where we were was the mother of these abandoned children apologizes from jail in an exclusive Houston 11 interview. Now, she would check on them every 2 weeks. I'm guessing those weeks were the 1st and 15th when the checks came. Now, she is charged in the connection of the death of the 8-year-old who was found in the apartment, skeletal remains, beaten to death by her boyfriend. But obviously, she's also going to be charged with the conspiracy to the murder and not just misleading, but tampering with evidence at the scene around the body and everything. This isn't even including child neglect, abandonment, torture, beating, slew of charges.
Exclusive.
A jailhouse interview with the mother accused of abandoning her sons. Investigators say Gloria Williams failed to protect her boys and get them help despite her boyfriend allegedly beating one of them to death and continuing to abuse the others.
Tonight, she is apologizing. Grace White sat down with Williams at the Harris County Jail and joins us live with what she had to say. Grace?
Gloria Williams told me tonight she is sorry. There are no cameras allowed here inside the Harris County Jail, so we spoke separated by glass during visitation.
They are words from a 35-year-old mother charged with injury to a child by omission and tampering.
I'm sorry, but fuck you. You don't get to say you're fucking sorry now. You're sorry you got fucking caught. You're sorry that you didn't report that your boyfriend beat your 8-year-old son to death in front of you. And instead of calling the police on him, you helped cover up and then abandon the rest of the children. So fuck you.
Tampering with evidence, a corpse. From inside the Harris County Jail, KHU 11 News asked her.
Spoke separated by glass during visitation.
I wanted you to hear that, what the tampering with evidence was.
They are words from a 35-year-old mother charged with injury to a child by omission and tampering with evidence, a corpse. From inside the Harris County Jail, KHU 11 News asked her what happened. Williams told us, "I'm sorry, I didn't do it."
I'm innocent.
32-year-old Brian Coulter is charged with murder.
This wigger, absolute piece of shit, beat an 8-year-old to death with a bat and left him to decompose in front of his, not his, but the mother's other children. So all the siblings literally had their beaten dead brother decomposing for over a year in the house that they were abandoned in. But he has a family over everything tattoo, so I guess that negates it.
With murder for the death of Williams' 8-year-old son, Kendrick Lee. The boy's remains were found inside the family's West Harris County apartment with his 3 other brothers, all abandoned. We asked Williams if she knew Lee was dead. She told us no. But
You didn't know your son was dead? I mean, let me refresh this video really quick. Did a little too much pausing for their liking. I'm just going to let this play through.
First tonight, a KHOU 11 News exclusive.
A jailhouse interview with the mother accused of abandoning her sons. Investigators say Gloria Williams failed to protect her boys and get them help despite her boyfriend allegedly beating one of them to death and continuing to abuse the others.
Tonight, she is apologizing. Grace White sat down with Williams at the Harris County Jail and joins us live with what she had to say. Grace?
Gloria Williams told me tonight she is sorry. There are no cameras allowed here inside the Harris County Jail, so we spoke separated by glass during visitation.
They are words from a 35-year-old mother charged with injury to a child by omission and tampering with evidence, a corpse. From inside the Harris County Jail, KHOU 11 News asked her what happened. Williams told us, "I'm sorry, I didn't do it." Her boyfriend, 32-year-old Brian Coulter, is charged with murder for the death of Williams' 8-year-old son, Kendrick Lee. The boy's remains were found inside the family's West Harris County apartment with his 3 other brothers, all abandoned. We asked Williams if she knew Lee was dead. She told us no. But according to court documents, investigators say the mom altered, destroyed, and concealed her son's body to get rid of evidence. When we asked Williams why she left the kids alone, she told us, "I checked on them every 2 weeks." But when we questioned her further, she didn't want to elaborate or provide any more answers.
I saw it on the news, but, I didn't think anything of it.
Melody.
So this is a family member who, by all accounts, is a loving, caring woman that tried desperately to get these children.
Robinson is one of the paternal grandmothers. She says Williams has a total of 6 kids, ranging in age from 7 to 17. She has custody of one of them, a 13-year-old girl, who she first brought into her home at just 2 weeks old.
Mom was very unstable. She was sleeping on the floor at her grandmother's house with the babies. And so I just asked her to give her to me.
Robinson says she had no idea Kendrick was dead and the children were abandoned. She tells KHOU 11 she saw Williams in November. That's when another one of the children, a 17-year-old girl, wanted to come live with her because of Williams' boyfriend's behavior.
And she just got tired of...
I believe they're not saying it outright, but I don't think it was just beating that was happening from this wigger. By the way they're skirting around it, it sounds like there was molestation. Just Kay, you're definitely gonna have to catch part 1 of this. Part 1 was probably an hour long. And I will upload both of those to Odysee and Bitchute, or you can just watch the replay. But yes, that was her boyfriend. He's just a wigger faggot. And I just want to tell this to everybody. Wiggers, like true wiggers, are the worst humans on this earth. Now, if anybody wants to dispute that fact or have a disagreement with me, I am totally open to that. I'm sure people are... I mean, there's Jews, obviously. But other than that, like, identifying and dressing and acting as a wigger is probably the worst you could possibly be.
Seeing him try to abuse her siblings, and when she stepped in to try to protect them, Mom put her out.
Investigators say this mom and boyfriend were actually arrested outside a public library where they were looking up news articles about this case. Meantime, a candlelight vigil is planned for that little 8-year-old boy this weekend. Lynn and Mia.
Yeah. And, I mean, coincidentally, morbidly, coincidentally, the vigil is held today on Halloween of all days. When White asked Williams why she left the kids alone, she responded, "I checked on them every 2 weeks." Melody Robinson, one of the children's paternal grandmothers, said Williams had a total of 6 kids ranging from 7 to 17. Now, she did not know that the kids were abandoned, because when she would speak to the mother would not say the kids are abandoned and I'm only going there every 2 weeks. She would just say, oh, everything's fine and this and that. So she had no idea, or I do believe this grandmother would have stepped in. You can just tell by her demeanor that she's a caring person. I don't know how else to explain that, but you can just see it in people. She already took one of the children from 2 weeks and raised her till 17 years old. So we know that she would do this. And again, when you have somebody that's telling you that they will absolutely take your children and help you, and you take the route of having your boyfriend beat to death an 8-year-old and then abandon them with no food, no electricity, to the point where they're asking neighbors for food, but not food that people cook. They don't trust food because they believe that they could be poisoned. So the paranoia that these kids have, and the horrific torture, abuse, and neglect that they had to go through shows an 8-year-old thinking about being poisoned shows you the conditions that he was living in. Shout out to my man Ick and Mel.
Before we get started with the Houston, Texas,
he did a great job on this. He had the interview.
Unstable. She was sleeping on the floor at her grandmother's house with the babies. And so I just asked her to give her to me.
She tells KHOU 11 she saw Williams in November. That's when another one of the children, a 17-year-old girl, wanted to come live with her because of Williams' boyfriend's behavior.
And she
By behavior, I'm thinking molestation.
Ever imagine he would be living with 2 young brothers and a dead body?
I first seen him, he was sleeping in the slide over here.
Says she started feeding the 15-year-old boy 6 months ago.
I noticed his mom a few times would come and park, and he'd run down and grab like oodles, noodles, chips, and drinks and run back up.
But it wasn't enough. He was starving.
He would not eat anything that you made. You had to buy it, like it had to be a salad that was closed from the store, or a pizza. Fruits had to still be in a bag.
Another neighbor, Trevor Thompson, who doesn't want us showing his face, also started feeding the 15-year-old about a week ago.
Then one day he came down and knocked on my door and asked could I charge his phone. So I charged the phone. So from there I built a bond with him.
He says the apartment had no electricity and he saw the mother come and go, so started to offer him food. Thompson also describes him as paranoid. He was worried about getting poisoned.
But he wouldn't take cooked food. He would take fruits and snacks. Because I asked him, did you like the first pizza that I bought you? He said, what, the first one that we had? And that kind of made me wonder, why would he say we?
Why do you think he didn't tell people he had these brothers?
After finding out what happened yesterday, I think he was more nervous and scared. Hey, are they going to blame me for this? Are my parents going to punish me for this?
do you guys literally live right next to where the kids are at?
I live close there, yeah.
So Ick and Mel, this is Ick and Mel. This is the guy I want to have on for my Spooky Sunday debut. I suggest you guys subscribe to him. He does great coverage of missing persons, true crime, and he did a great job on the Gabby Petito case. But I want to talk to him about his channel, his obvious channel growth with the Gabby Petito case, and a few other cases that he's covered, like the Maya Marcano case, this new Cleo Smith case, some camping in the woods, kids go missing. We've chatted, we've talked. The invite is out for the interview, and I'm just awaiting a response. So I'd love to have him on. And I also reached out to Rocket Science True Crime is another channel I highly respect for an interview as well. And these are just spooky show related. Other interviews for the main channel are in the works. We've read the documents. Titus Frost, Adam Green, Jamie Deluxe. All of these people are locked in for interviews sometimes this month. Meg Sheriff says, support this work if you can do, or just share the info. Yeah, that's really all we ask. And it makes it tough because they took away my PayPal, so it is what it is. So I got to deal with some people don't have access to the Cash App, which is understandable. And then some people aren't, they don't want to do a monthly donation. But you can cut off the monthly donation at any time. So if you want to support, there are the links to those. Any messages I'll obviously read on stream. Snigger Pie says, I love this guy. Yeah, I just find him just very easygoing. So this is a neighbor he had an interview with.
Oh, close to it. Okay. Well, yeah. Can you tell me some of your experiences? Have you actually? You're the one that brought, or one of the neighbors that brought food to the kids?
Yes, to Jordan. I never
To
got to see
Jordan?
the other two kids. They didn't come outside.
Oh, Jordan's a 15-year-old.
Yeah, Jordan would come and collect the food and then bring it home.
So you never saw any of the other siblings there?
No, I didn't even know he had brothers.
Okay. So what was it like? Because your sister kind of had a lot to tell me when I spoke to her.
She's right by me, just so you know.
Oh, what's up, Jess?
Not much was
First tonight, a KHOU 11 News exclusive.
A jailhouse interview with the mother accused of abandoning her sons. Investigators say Gloria Williams failed to protect her boys and get them help despite her boyfriend allegedly beating one of them to death and continuing to abuse the others.
Tonight, she is apologizing.
Met the kid sleeping on the slide
Oh, really?
and asked him if he was hungry and if he was okay, and he just said he was hungry. So me and my niece brought him out food. We were feeding him. Then we'd see him a few other times. We'd give him a few other things, but he never said anything about his brothers.
Did you guys ever see the mother there? Like, how often did she come? Did you ever have any engagement with her?
We've seen her. I seen her once in a while. She'd come and drop off, she'd sit at the car though, and Jordan would run down and grab bags of chips, soda, and oodles and noodles, and then go back up.
When I was talking to your sister too, she was kind of telling me that the noodle thing too, that they would eat it just hard, like it wasn't actually cooked or anything. I guess they had no power for. Do you know how long they had no
power the whole time they were living in the unit.
The whole year they had no power.
Have you ever seen the inside of the apartment or no?
No, he won't open up the door to let anybody in. He won't let nobody in.
And right now, the door has all those the signs outside the door.
We sent you some pictures. I put some stuff there myself.
Let me pull it up.
Candles, some letters, some teddy bears. But Jordan's a very smart kid.
And you never seen how about the boyfriend? You guys ever see the boyfriend pop up over there? Or?
Yeah, he used to walk around all the time actually.
Have you ever had any engagement with him? Personal engagement, or you just seen him walking around?
I would say hi to him once in a while when he was with another boy that I know, another guy that I know here. But I didn't sit down and chill with him or talk to him. No.
Did you ever hear them any screaming or arguing or fighting between mom and dad or?
Nope, they wouldn't come together. They never really came together. Maybe once or twice I've seen them together.
Did anybody ever call? Well, because I read reports too that multiple people reported it to the building, to report that something was going on.
It was reported to the police department also.
Really?
And to security several times also, that they needed to check on the unit and they never went up. Maintenance knew and never went in because there was a water leak to the neighbor downstairs who was also feeding him, and they never went up to fix it.
How you guys been there for a couple years, or?
I've been here for a year.
So you never seen the inside?
So someone asked, how do you justify showing up how do you justify continuing to to turn your cheek to this for over a year, and the check-ins? I'm guessing she showed up on days that checks were in the mail for the kids that she was neglecting and abandoning. That's my guess. It wasn't that she cared to bring them food. She just brought them literally the shittiest, most cheap food that wouldn't obviously give them any nutrients. You're talking about oodles and noodles and soda for 3 kids. So this isn't going to fulfill their starvation. I believe she showed up on the 1st and 15th of every month to pick up a check. That's just my personal opinion on the matter. I have no evidence that that's actually what happened. But let's give it 1 second. Might have a buffering issue going on right now. I'm not sure about that.
The inside of the apartment. You only saw one boy, the 15-year-old.
You would never, if you met Jordan, you wouldn't think anything was wrong.
Last year when I first moved in, the boys used to go outside, but then they stopped. Around the time they stopped going to school is when they stopped going outside.
Did you guys ever report anything, or?
We've reported to the office and security back last week because there was another issue going on over here on the property with an infant that had gotten killed. A girl had gotten jumped over here inside of our own home. And there was a bunch of vouchers over that building. And we told security, why don't you go look at the in that building for the dead body over there? And security laughed at us. They refused to go look.
You were telling me a story too. I don't know if you want to say it now, but supposedly another child was found dead over there in a different apartment.
Yeah, in building 7, there was a child. Supposedly the mom took that child to the hospital, to the intensive care
Great
unit.
area.
They released her, and about a couple hours later, when she got home with the 3 to 4 month old child, it passed away.
So how often would you guys, or would your Erica bring food? Just once in a blue moon, or like every week?
A lot. And so was the neighbor downstairs. I have given phone chargers to charge his phone.
Oh, you did that. Okay.
I want to know why nobody knew sooner, especially when it was reported that he was sleeping in the slide.
And when you say he was sleeping on the side, like an all day thing, or like?
No, one day, me and my niece happened to be outside, and I looked up and I noticed that he's sleeping there, and I said something to my sister. It was like 3:00 in the morning, and we said, "All right, well, maybe we're just, I don't know, you know." So then the next day I went out. He was still sleeping there. I woke him up and asked him if he was okay. He said that he was hungry, so we fed him. We gave him. I forgot what we gave him. We gave him food and soda. But he won't eat anything that you make at a house. So you have to buy like sandwiches already made or like pizza that's already made.
And when he charged the phone, like, was it inside your apartment or was it outside?
No, he asked me for a phone charger. I'd give him a phone charger. He would.
Okay.
The guy downstairs from him was charging his phone for him.
The guy downstairs was also bringing him pizza up, and the way the guy downstairs knew something was going on is he asked the boy if everything was okay. He was like, yeah, everything's okay. He said, did you guys like the first pizza I bought you? And Jordan had said to him, yeah, we liked the first pizza you bought us. And he said we. And then the little boy went upstairs. And so that's when he knew something was wrong, because he only thought there was one child up there. But they had seen the boyfriend at one time over here in the complex. He was taking the younger boy and he was flinging him like it was a bag of potato chips.
Who, Brian was doing that to one of the kids?
Yeah, he was doing it to the Kendrick.
Wow.
This was back last year.
He's the one that is deceased now, passed away.
And then
He was mistreating the child before he killed him.
and Jordan, Travion, and Javon are the ones that I'm actually trying to get custody of.
Just in case if anyone's not reading the chat, I'm doing 2 to 3 more of these like hour and a half spooky show streams all day today. I'm gonna guess 2:30, 5:30, something like that. We'll position them throughout the day, and they're gonna be all genres and all topics. They're not just gonna be cases like this. There's gonna be an unsolved murder. There's gonna be one with multiple cases. There's gonna be some paranormal, mysterious kind of stuff. So all genres and topics, and multiple streams today around Halloween spooky show podcast. And if I have enough energy at the end of the night, I'm also gonna do a normal Davey Crocko show, with just stuff we normally do, not spooky related. But that's if I have enough energy after the 3 or 4 streams I'm gonna do on the Spooky Show channel. And these are gonna be uploaded to the new season 2 Spooky Show channel as well, just so you guys know.
So the one that has the kid that has the broken jaw, it's Trayvon. It's not Javion. Okay,
Correct.
I made a mistake on that. So it's Trayvon's the middle child, to 10 years old.
And the father, I was talking to the father earlier, and he was like, yeah, he says, I'm going to need a lot of help trying to get my boys. And I said, well, I was trying to get custody of your boys. And he says, yeah, but I want to get custody of them. I don't want to have them separated. And I said, well, that's what I was trying to avoid.
Jordan himself is going to fight for them not to be separated. Jordan will have more say than anybody, than the father, the mother, the state worker, anybody. The judge he's already talking to the judge about it. He tells everybody those aren't his brother, those are his kids.
Because he's been taking care of them.
Yep.
So,
The 10-year-old, the mother hasn't physically seen, from what Jordan has said, since he was 3 weeks old. So that tells me Jordan's had him since he's been 3 weeks old.
Then I don't know if you know it, Gloria threw her 17-year-old daughter out, and the other daughter's grandmother ends up with custody of her.
Only 2 of them have.
She's only got 2 baby fathers, so.
and one's dead, right? Are we including the one that's deceased, or?
Yes, correct.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
They're supposed to be doing a cookout on Saturday in memory of Kendrick and in memory of the living boys for the struggles that they went through. And then they're supposed to be doing some type of gathering on Halloween as well over here in the complex.
I'm doing mine.
And the neighbors are also going to be doing their own event to show respect. Now, the father thing is a little confusing, but as I said, there's a couple interviews I want to play for you guys. I would say this stream has another 15 to 20 minutes to it. Okay, I'm glad I hit the record button on this one.
Keeps coming as I edit. And so this is a family friend, and we're going to get into the fathers in a minute here, because I thought it was only 2 fathers. I'm confused. I thought one was deceased and there was only one other that was alive. But in the next thing we're going to talk about after this video clip, there's 2 fathers, at least. And so this right here right now is a family friend, Reginald Harris, and he's a close friends with Gloria Williams.
We've been trying for the last 2 years to get the kids, trying to contact Gloria, either by going to the Southwest area, to different complex, looking and sitting out there to see if we could see the kids coming out or hurt them. We got nothing from it.
I mean, offering her help, right? And she didn't want it?
She didn't want the help from us.
Why not?
Well, it had a lot to do with her new boyfriend. You know, she was didn't want her mom, because her mom didn't approve of that, so she made a choice to be with him. No, I've never met him.
When was
but
the
I
last
knew
time you talked to Gloria or saw her?
it was about 3 months ago, I think, when before her mom took sick, I called her and told her that she needs to call her mom and check on her mom because she's sick and she wants to see the kids and bring the kids by there so she could see her. And she said, okay, she would do that. And I called the next day. She didn't call. She texted her mom. Right.
Never checked in with her?
Never touched bases on the phone with her. Yeah, it was devastating. You know, knowing that we've been trying to reach out to get these kids from them, and this was the end result here.
And you know, I mean, you've seen probably on social media,
Right.
people are like, "Where's her family?
Right.
Why aren't they doing anything?" What would you say to that?
Well, that's why I'm here today, to let people know that the mother of Gloria has been doing her best to get these kids, and you know, what else can you say? You know, we did everything we could. Kendrick was a vibrant little kid, you know, always running around wanting to play, fighting his brothers, always fighting him and his brothers. And we would take him to the park, to the beach, and he would just run and play until he's just tired, you know.
Just like a normal little
Just
boy.
like a normal little boy. You wouldn't even know that he was special need until he opened his mouth, pretty much.
And his special needs were what? Like just not as verbal as he should have been?
Yeah, exactly.
How do you think they recover from seeing what they saw and living in the conditions they live in?
It's going to be a long road of recovery for them, you know, mentally, emotionally. You know, then they don't have their mom and maybe not their dad there. So, you know, they really need our support, family members, you know, instead of going to these foster homes, someone who cares for them.
And what do you think about what happened to Kendrick and then what the other boys endured?
I think it's just gut-wrenching. You know, I just couldn't believe an adult would do this to a child, an innocent kid, matter of fact. Yeah.
And what do you think about Gloria as a mother?
I really don't have any words for her. Yeah.
Was she ever a good mom?
No.
She has good in her. Put it that way. She has some good in her. Yeah. You know, I don't know what led up to all of this. She'll have time to think about this now.
Let's get into the father situation. And by the way, I just want to give a shout out to Discord because we have a private group. There's people on there that are really helping out, like Sally, PS Geek. He's working on a whole family ancestry thing, putting a whole like picture and relation thing together, a map, a character map kind of thing. He's doing a great job. Sally, Vic, Terry, who's in contact with the CPS worker. And so there's a lot.
Yeah, so this guy gets a lot of resources because, I mean, he has a very large channel. You know, I have a little bit more limited resources, so I do my best with what I have. I feel like I get a lot of information that channels, you know, small in stature like mine don't get because of our Discord and because of connections I have, but Mel really shot up on the scales on the Gabby Petito case, and his Discord really got a good group of people that do a lot of research, and Discord is good for that. And this is why I always say, like the trolls that show up in Discord or the people that are in there for just simple self-promotion but never post anything else, or are always negative and, you know, just against everything or want to argue with everybody. I don't mind a debate in the Discord, but just completely negative people. This is the people I don't want in the Discord. You want people that are helpful to the channel, helpful to the research that we're doing, healthy conversations, people getting to know each other, making connections, as gay as it sounds, friends on the internet, as much as you can call them friends, but people that you can chat with. You can go and voice chat and hang out. Now, I don't have a locked part of my Discord or private. When you have a channel like this guy has, he can have members on his channel, which translates to which you can have members on your Discord, and this. I'm very happy for him, but I just wish coverage I do, which is just revealing truths of my own opinion, could just be allowed to be up, and I could also have memberships or be monetized, and because that would help supplement, and I wouldn't have to say, hey guys, if you'd like to donate, and it'd be a different thing. Let me see if there's anything else. I think that was it for the interview portion. And I'm gonna do two more articles about this case, and then we're gonna get out of here. I appreciate everybody that's hanging out. 50 people came back. We had about 70 people in the first one. So this is a part 1 and a part 2 because it got cut off midstream. It was a OBS issue. But both of those videos will be uploaded to the new Spooky Sunday channel. It's just called Dr. Crocko Spooky Show Season 2 on YouTube, if you guys want to find it. Tragic, boy 8, whose decomposing body was found alongside his abandoned siblings in Texas House of Horrors, is pictured for the first time. And these are just pictures of the family. I just wanted to show you, and just the loyalty above the eye, the warrior tattoo on the neck, family above everything tattoo, the fake chain. Just everything about this guy screams I'm a wigger piece of shit. And I'm very glad that he's arrested and never gonna see a day out of jail. Now, the father of the Houston 8-year-old, who was cut off by the mother, so he couldn't contact his kids since 2017, after being cut off by their mother, only learned of this tragedy on the news. Courtney Lee, biological father of Kendrick Lee, the 8-year-old who was beaten to death. Jordan, 15, and Trayvon, 10, found abandoned in a Houston apartment. Lee revealed he had been estranged from his kids and only learned of Kendrick's death on the news. Kendrick is my baby. He's my youngest son. I still can't believe it. Lee moved to Louisiana after he and his boy's mom, Gloria Williams, split in 2012. But he began seeing his kids again when he returned to Houston in 2016. But then he hadn't seen his son since Easter 2017, when allegedly jilted Williams, cut his ties with him, and disappeared with the kids. So many chances where people may have been able to find out and intervened. The mother obviously kept everyone at bay, and just truly sick. So I hope you guys enjoyed the first installment of a day full of Spooky Sunday Halloween streams. I really do. I planned for this for a while. I have all the topics ready to go. I have all the streams prepped and ready to go. something might flash across the screen that's just too good that I might have to change it up. But you can expect a stream maybe around 2:30, 3 o'clock, and then maybe another one at 6 o'clock, depending on how long the streams take. But yeah, just thanks once again for everybody. Just awesome chat, awesome people. Thank you to Brother B for the update on the Patreon, upping his donation. Thank you to Lucky Hex for upping his Patreon donation. And thank you for the $10 donation through Cash App. Very appreciated and very helpful. Now, other than that, just try to find on Dlive or on Discord, when you do the notifications, just like block everything else out, because you don't want to get notifications every time someone says something. Just go to notifications for @everyone. I'm the only one that's ever gonna @everyone, and it's only gonna be for when I'm streaming. So if you set your Discord notifications to @everyone, you'll get the notification. Also, Twitter, I'll be putting up notifications. There are people here that are not in the Discord, so please let me give you a link. Now, if you want to join the Discord, don't use the link to invite other people I don't know. If you want to do that, just please ask me. This link will be operational for 6 hours, so just if you want to join the Discord. Jag is not just a Gale, it's a different Jag. Just K. So there's the Discord link for anyone that wants to join. And like I said, go to notifications and just go to, I only want to be notified when it's @everyone. Other than that, Twitter. And if anybody else needs updates elsewhere, if you're not getting notified of the streams, check Dlive. There's a way to make sure you get notified. It'll send you an email or something like that. But if there's another platform or way that you need to be reached to get a notification, please write a comment and let me know. That's all I have to say. I know this was a very gruesome and I mean, downright nasty. Oh, Warfist, thank you very much. I'm going to show these on stream right now. So we got Count Crocula. That's making me look pretty evil there, but I like it. I like it. Thank you, Warfist. But yeah. Oh, give notification on Patreon. I will do that. I did that for this stream, and I will do it for all future streams. So again, I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for the support. And as always, I will see you in the next one, which will be like literally like 3 o'clock or something like that, for another Halloween spooky show. Enjoy your afternoon, and I will see you guys very shortly.
Davy Crocko's Spooky Sundays.